remember every one of these people is a dead person. How's that look for spooky? How's that look for spooky? Exorcist, you know, the wild dogs howling. This is a spooky place, this place, I tell you. You got to remember, every one of these people is a dead person. How's that look for spooky? That little grave there, above ground but with a chamber, tends to be Chinese. There's another one there, and this one here is more elaborate. And those little stupas, I think they're called, they tend to be the Buddhist graves. So it looks like it's a mixture of really looks like it's a mixture of Buddhist and Chinese buried here. Wow, have a look at that big tree there. It's in a state of nobody looking after it. The waters have come in. I've been cutting some trees down. Does this look like something out of a horror movie or not? The poor person in that grave there would be floating, and anybody buried underground would be under the water, not floating. But that tomb there, and this tomb just here, is a tomb. They're underwater. Wow. Look at that tree. Look at that. This is an old cemetery. Really old. Wow. Spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Very old. The ground's soft under my feet. I could disappear into a hole and end up with a skeleton wrapped around me. Won't be a Thai skeleton because they are cremated. Wow. I've driven past here a lot and I've looked at it and it looks a bit neglected. But when you come and have a look, walk in here, which I've never done before, it looks very neglected. Very old. The old strangler figs. Huge massive trees. A little house for the dead people. Not a lot of water. Which sort of indicates that the ground is sunken down because they wouldn't have built it in a swamp. Wow. man, spooky. It's got a little pagoda on the top of this chap. If you can read Chinese, it looks very old. I can't read anything. Tell you what, folks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Spooking myself. Something moved in the shadows. I'm giving myself spooks here. This is very old. Very spooky. Very old. I don't know what it was that moved. Might have been a snake. Might have been one of the bats up the trees. But I think it was more realistically a leaf I just pushed with my foot. I wonder if I can step down here without disappearing into a broken grave. Wow. This is old. All those little graves over there. In the bushes, in the jungle. Left. A lot of history in Thailand. Chinese have played a major role in Thailand. I was looking at the fortress at Sao. And I researched it. The only thing I would find, very little, but there was a great fear of the Chinese rebelling, I suppose. The Chinese were treated very badly, apparently, in the brickworks especially, and they arced up and had a bit of a go. I think it was either 2,000 or 20,000 were killed, but 2,000 in a place of Sao, so it's a lot of people were killed, Chinese were killed. But the Chinese and the Thais are very harmonious now from what I can see. But in the history, I think they were treated pretty bad, like they tend to get treated everywhere in the world pretty bad. Now they're the masters of the world. Wow, spooky. Ooh. Wow, I'm really glad I walked in here. I've seen it from driving past the road outside. It did look interesting. So I don't know, a mixture of Thai and Chinese. I think he's like all old blokes in the world. He wants to stop and have a chat to me and tell me what he knows. And I wish I could understand what he was saying, because it'd be interesting. Everybody's got a story. I believe that every person has got a good story. Just that they think it's not that interesting.